we're gonna make some homemade almond milk with the Vitamix 5300. So here we have about a cup and a half of almonds. They've been soaked overnight and really thoroughly rinsed in cold water. Here we have about 2.5 cups of water. You can use anywhere between 2 and 3, depending on how kind of how milky you want the almond milk. Pop the lid on. Start this off slow. Turn the machine on. Turn the machine on. Just turn the blender off. You can let it run for maybe about 2 minutes on medium speed, maybe 4.5 or 5. You can go up or higher, but it doesn't really make too much of a difference. You want to just make sure that the almonds are really thoroughly blended up. Pop the lid off, and we're gonna pour this into a nut milk bag. That's actually what they call it if you look on Amazon. Helps you have a second set of hands here. Got it. So you can see what it looks like here. And you just want to squeeze the almond milk out of here and separate the milk from the almond meal. Just do a quick zoom in to the milk. You see it is it's really milky and kind of creamy the way you would expect it to be. This helps by having a higher speed blender. It's kind of really breaking down the almond meal. And you can see here it's really sandy. It's not coarse at all. It's just a function of how much you blended the almonds. To get a really good extraction, you're looking at, any good blender will do it, especially at a higher speed. So the Vitamix does a good job. It doesn't have to be something that expensive, but you can definitely see a difference with a higher end blender. So final step. So we're gonna get the almond milk, we pour it in a container. We're gonna put it in here. You can do a little bit of salt. Some people do a little bit of vanilla, probably not necessary. And you're all set. The almond meal itself is perfectly good. Again, if you had a nicer blender and you really blended it up, you have something approaching an almond flour. It's totally fine and edible. Some people use it for baking. Some people toss it. It's pretty good oatmeal. Yeah, so that's it. Homemade almond milk with the Vitamix 5300.